Hello, this is Photography Gamer. Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm reviewing Fight Night Champion for the Xbox Series S. The game was originally released for the Xbox 360 in 2011. Fight Night Champion is a boxing game developed by EA. So what is the game like to play? Well, control-wise, it's one of the best examples of a game replicating the movement, style and feel of the sport it's trying to represent. You can block, bob and weave seamlessly with the analog stick, use the buttons to jab, hook, uppercut or land to the body. But it's the right analog stick that makes for some of the most fluid and intuitive gameplay. Each direction you push executes a different punch, and the way you can string together combos is absolutely amazing.
Yeah, but he makes a weakness become a strength because as he makes the taller man miss.
Well placed, well timed. There's Lennox Lewis with a signature right hand. What? Parries that punch intended for the head. Wow, just like the old timers. Look at that! He just...
If you manage the distance, find your range and duck in and out of your opponent's shots, you feel like an absolute legend. You can also deploy the dark arts with some taunting, headbutts, low blows and even grab your opponent if you're on your last legs. Health and stamina are the key, but I'd say for the most realistic fight, turn off the stamina gauge and you'll have to rely on your own fighter's body language to know how the fight is going. In terms of game modes, there's plenty to choose from. Exhibition lets you fight cross-division bouts in solo or versus. Champion mode is a scripted story where you assume control of a fighter and go on his journey through the boxing ranks. Legacy is a glorified career mode where you'll start in the amateurs, work your way up the pro ranks, building experience, train, increase your stats and other career-based activities. Finally, online is an endlessly playable mode pitting you against a random player online. And these bouts will always surprise you as you can't predict human players the same way you can predict the AI. Performance-wise, online is a little bit patchy with a lot of lag here and there in the bouts, which can be a problem when you're fighting for your life. But overall, it's got a lot of gameplay in here to keep you entertained for weeks and maybe months. One negative, due to the game's age, is the fighter roster being a little bit outdated. Most of these fighters have retired, but you've got plenty of legends like Mike Tyson, Marvin Hagler and Muhammad Ali. Finally on gameplay, there is a character creator. I'd say it's okay, with limited customization in some areas like the faces. Graphically the game has aged very well, and if you put this next to the most recent UFC game, the difference is negligible. The animation is smooth, the fighter motion, the crowd, the feel of the impacts in the bouts is excellent. You know, there's a few frame rate issues maybe from time to time, but generally it really does still look very good. You can't believe this is over 10 years old. Sound-wise, the effects are bold and punchy, but it's the in-fight commentary that really deserves a special mention. In particular, Teddy Atlas giving you some nice insight mid-fight. Both commentators do a great job and it really adds another layer of realism to the game. Okay, what's good and what's bad? What's good? The graphics and presentation are fluid, smooth and realistic. The fight controls are intuitive, well balanced and make for some satisfying gameplay. There are plenty of game modes to keep you entertained, and for boxing fans, this is really the pinnacle of what's currently available. What's bad? There were a few frame rate issues, the Boxer creator has its limitations, and online mode has some technical problems due to EA's servers. So what's the verdict? Fight Night Champion may be over 10 years old, but for my money, it's still the best boxing game available today. That may be due in part to the franchise not having a new installment in years, but hopefully that is going to change soon. The only other alternative for fight fans are the UFC games. But to be honest, Fight Night feels more in tune with boxing than the UFC games do with MMA, as mixed martial arts has a more complex ground game to consider. It's really bizarre to me that we've not had a decent boxing game released in years, as you know, the sport is having a real surge at the moment. But if you're a boxing fan like me and you're craving a game to batter your friends in, then Fight Night Champion still is the undisputed champion of the boxing genre. It's a fantastic fighting game with great controls, lots of gameplay options in single or multiplayer, and graphics that have aged very well indeed. So my score for Fight Night Champion is 9 out of 10. Okay, that's the review. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. But for now, this is Photography Gamer signing off. Thanks for watching.